Hello? Hey, what's up, man? Hold on. What's up? No, I could hear you. I'm just chilling, you know. No, I'm down by the... No, I'm up in Poughkeepsie. No, I moved. Yo, what have you been up to? I haven't spoken to you in so long. Yeah. Oh, really? Well, that's funny, man, because like I just no, I just finished the film. Well, I thought I finished the movie, right? But turns out it's not finished, so well, no. Yeah, no, it's not. I sent it out to this guy and I got some incredible feedback about the sound design, and he thought that, you know, I should investigate further before I actually say it's done. So I'm going to get with him. He's in LA. We're just going to work on the cloud. Yeah. Yeah. No. Like serious sound. I mean, I have an incredible score. But we're just going to rework the whole thing and kind of take it to the next level. And it's cool because, you know, I've never really done that before. So I'm really interested in checking that out, you know. And he's going to hook me up with a colorist. And, you know, I got my color thing together pretty well, but, you know, not at that elite level. And I think I'll just learn a lot. So, what? About 2.5 years. No, I'm totally cool with it not being done. Yeah. So, what made you call me today? Oh. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to have a channel, but well, you know, actually, I've gone through. I've learned a lot from being on YouTube, to be honest with you. But you know, it's like I've kind of readjusted my goals, because at first, if I was, you know, like what I was really thinking about was it would be a nice way to get some extra income, you know, but it's much harder to get monetized. And I actually just watched a video yesterday that, you know, Chelsea, you know, the Northrops. Yeah. They broke it down about how many people are actually making money and how hard it is to earn money on YouTube. And so that resonated with me, because it's frustrating, man. Like, I'll do a video that I think is awesome, it'll get no view, you know, whatever. The whole thing about getting monetized, getting enough views, getting enough subscribers, all that stuff, I have no idea how that works, and I don't really believe anybody knows how that works. And to be honest with you, I was going to shoot a video today about how, you know, I'm kind of sick of YouTube in a way, you know, like, or at least the part of it that I've been living in, because, you know, for a while, well, you know, I shot that first film on my phone, right? Yeah, so for a while I became obsessed. Like, I got to get a camera now, and I wanted to buy a camera, and I got involved in all these camera videos, and No. I mean, they're awesome. No, I believe these people. I think they're telling the truth, you know, most of them. Although, you know, if they have, like, you know, sponsors, I don't know how much of the truth they're actually telling. But anyway, I became obsessed because they're fun to watch, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm kind of a tech nerd. Right. Yeah, you know, I beta tested Pro Tools and Cakewalk and Logic Pro and all, like, from being in music, like, I'm a tech head for real. But on the other hand, you know, one of the reasons I got into solo theater was because I didn't want to deal with any kind of tech at all anymore, you know. So anyway, I got involved with these camera videos and all this stuff and lenses, and I learned so much, but I've kind of gotten to the point now where I can't even watch them anymore, you know, like, I'm just so sick of it. And you know, it's funny because, what? Yeah, no. Oh yeah, of course. Gerald Undone, he's like the king, you know. No, man, they're incredible. Potato Jet, Danny Gewirtz, Mark Bone, all these cats, you know, Brandon Lee, like, they're incredible. Can you hear me? Yeah, there's boats flying around here. Anyway, they're incredible, you know, but I became addicted, you know, and like, all I did was watch, you know, camera videos, and I got obsessed with, you know, like, having to get the best for the amount of money that I could afford. So I'm looking at dynamic range and color science and, you know, what lens and APS-C or full frame and all this shit. And I just got like, I don't know, like I actually felt like I was, you know, like addicted to these videos, you know, and in a way it was ruining what I was doing. And, you know, I was lucky, man, because when I first started working on this film, I decided that I wanted a full frame camera because I was going to work a lot in the dark, you know, and or so that was the original plan. And as it turned out, I did do a lot of low light stuff. And so I'm glad I got what I got. But you know, I watched this video by this guy Patrick Tommaso, and you know, he's kind of like a no nonsense guy, where he comes off that way on YouTube, and he acts like he doesn't give a shit about all the rules of YouTube and sponsors and all this crap, and just get out there and shoot. But you know, I watched a video about the Panasonic S5 from him, because yeah, well, you're a cinematographer, so you know. So anyway, he was the reason I bought a Panasonic S5, and at that time I was looking at all these Sony, like, what do you use? FX30, right? So I was thinking of getting an FX30 or an A7S III, but you know, it was like so much money. But I had, you know, I only had APS-C lenses. I had actually, you know, I got my father's lenses, you know that, right? Yeah, so they're vintage, but they're full frame, and I got them adapted, so I was able to use those, you know, because, you know, of course, Sony APS-C full frame, it's all the same E-mount. So I had lenses to use, and I had what was it? I had some other Sony lens, you know, I can't even remember what it was, but a 25mm f2 lens, some legendary lens that I found cheap on eBay. So I was cool, you know. But then I watched Tommaso, and I started to investigate these Panasonic cameras. And honestly, if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have gotten a micro four thirds camera, because I realize now that I could do whatever I want with that, and I would have spent even a lot less money. But I wound up getting the S5 because I didn't really care about autofocus, you know. Right, you don't even use autofocus, right? Yeah, so I don't really, you know, like for YouTube videos it's convenient or whatever, but I don't really use, I don't trust it, you know, like I don't even think about it, because I guess it's not the way I learned. And I didn't use autofocus on my phone. Like when I shot that movie on my phone, yeah, no, I had an LG V40, and yeah, so I used it in manual mode. Like it had all the same manual features as a regular camera, so I actually learned a lot on that phone. And so anyway, I got a Panasonic S5, and you know, it's been great for me, you know, and honestly, like ever since I've had it, I can't even watch these videos anymore. Like I don't give a shit about the ZV-E1 and the FX30 and all the new Panasonic cameras, the S5iix and all this shit. Like, it doesn't mean shit to me, you know what I mean? Like, I know that I could get exactly what I want out of the camera that I have. And I bought a GH5 recently because I wanted to have a backup, because because I started to get, actually because I dropped, well, the S5 went flying off my tripod one day. I was out upstate somewhere and I was shooting, and it was really windy, and it just took a spill, and thank God, knock on wood, it was okay. But I thought I better have a backup, because I got some gigs where people are actually giving me money. So I bought a GH5, and man, that camera is fun, yo. Nah, for real, it's fun. I got a Ttartisan 17mm f1.4 lens for it, so it's a 35mm basically. It's fucking awesome, yo. Yeah, it cost me $75 or something like that. It looks like a vintage lens. I mean, it's great. And I also bought a Meike 35mm, so that's like a 70, and it's awesome. It looks great. So yeah, maybe, well, I don't know what YouTubers would say, but what? Yeah, so anyway, I've changed my goals with YouTube, because you don't even have a YouTube channel, right? Yeah, because you're a professional cinematographer. Like, you don't give a shit about YouTube. Oh, you do? Yeah. Giancarlo, that guy who did Danny Gavertz's movie, right? Yeah, I mean, there's some good cinematographers on YouTube, and I watch them sometimes. But, you know, to me, it's all the same bullshit. Like, it's obvious people are trying to make money. You know what I mean? They're just getting a YouTube channel because they want to make some extra cash. And, you know, like, it kind of bothers me when people come off like they want to help you. You know what I mean? Like they're here to make things better for you, to provide you with some kind of service. And, you know, not that I don't believe that they want to help people, but they're on YouTube to make money, period, you know. And when they have sponsorships, and, you know, like I watched a video the other day, this guy, iPhone do, or I don't know, he's some guy in LA who's got a great channel, actually, really does great videos. He outed some company for pressuring him to say good things about their product, and suddenly every YouTuber is making videos about this now, just like suddenly, exactly, like suddenly every YouTuber was quitting YouTube, you know, at the same time. It's all about money, yo. Yeah, they were just suddenly not making enough money to make it worth it, so it didn't make a difference to them anymore. Well, for me, what I realized is that I'm free, you know what I mean? Like, I'm free, like, yeah, exactly. I was like that. I've been like that forever. Yeah. Like Brooklyn Quartet, right? Somebody once said to me, like, why don't you just write, you know, happy stories or Disney-like, you know, love stories or whatever? Like, the stuff that you do is so difficult, you know what I mean? Like, it's so controversial. You would probably be much more apt to find backers and find a company to back you or sponsor you or whatever if you did stuff that was a little bit easier for everybody, you know. And I was like, yo, Brooklyn Quartet is a love story, right? He's like, yeah, it's a love story about gentrification and racism and white privilege and, you know, rape and all this crazy stuff, like, you know, misogyny. I was like, yeah, that's real life. And so, you know, obviously he didn't want to back me, but, you know, like art, well, you know, yeah, right, like I'm free. I could do whatever I want because I got no, you know, like I don't owe anybody anything, you know, I got no connection to anybody. I'm just doing what I want to do. And so I feel the same way about YouTube. Like, I could do whatever I want, you know, like I don't have to worry about cursing, you know. Like I probably cursed already in this conversation, right? Because right. Remember that guy who booked me to do Broke Wide Open at his school? Yeah, he came to see the show when it was running off Broadway, and then he booked me to come to his school. And then during intermission, he came back and he started getting upset with me backstage because he was like, why are you cursing so much? I was like, what are you talking about? You saw the play. You booked me after you saw the play. He's like, well, you didn't curse that night. I said, it's exactly the same script. Like, I don't ad-lib. You know, every word is scripted. And it's just funny how people, when they see my work, you know, just free of thinking about, you know, audience and sponsors and money and all this kind of stuff, they just receive the work and it feels like genuine to them. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like real talk, real life. That's what I'm trying to do. But then, you know, when they put me in a business situation where they have to worry about, you know, alumni or whatever, parents, suddenly it can't be real. It's got to be bullshit, right? And I ain't with it, man. Yeah. I don't care. You know what? I'll figure out how to pay my bills. I'm free. You know, like if I could just be one thing in my life as an artist, it's being free. Serving the work, period. Yeah. Hold on for a second. Somebody's texting my other phone. Yeah. Nah, man, nobody's ever going to tell, you know, like I lived that life in the music business already, you know, like, nah, you know, I was a jazz musician when I started, right? And then I got with this manager and he tried to make me a pop star, and, you know, I got to the point where I hated music. No, seriously, I hated music, you know. I was sick of it. That's why I left. I was like, fuck this bullshit, you know, this has nothing to do with who I am or what I'm trying to say. You know, for me, my art, exactly, you work with me, you know, like I'm not full of shit. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do what I think. Like, to me, this is the reason I'm on the earth. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, I don't know, I'm just not a good business person. What can I say? You know, I'm just not really thinking like that. But, you know, I'm gonna do what I think is the right thing to do, and I'm gonna serve the work, you know. I'm like, you know, it's too important to me. It's like my soul, you know. You're talking about my integrity, right? You know, what am I if I'm just And you know, by the way, what if I did just like try to go after the money or whatever and then failed, right? What am I then? Then I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, and you know what? If you look at that, yeah, if you look at the video I'm talking about, that the yeah, that YouTube video by Chelsea and Tony, whatever their last name is, I can't even remember. But you know, very few people, like, you have just as much a chance of succeeding on YouTube as you do of being a star in the past, you know, back. And by the way, I think the reason I'm sick of YouTube is because, like, it's ironic. Like, I believe in a level playing ground, right? Everybody should have the opportunity to get out there and do whatever they want to do. But now everybody's an artist, right? Everybody's a star. Everybody's a celebrity. Everybody's a filmmaker. Everybody's a musician. Everybody's everything, right? And so there's no, like, it's just more about who's most popular, who can brand themselves the best or whatever. And, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because that's like kind of what's happening now, but I ain't with it. You know, like, that's not, I'm not thinking that way. I'm thinking about writing a great story, being a great actor, being a great filmmaker, being a great theater artist. Like, I'm more into the craft. You know, I'm not trying to, like, have the most likes. You know, like, when I notice when I'm on social media and I post shit about how, oh, I just had a meeting at HBO, or I'm opening at this big theater or whatever, I get 20 trillion likes, all this supportive stuff. People leave me beautiful comments. I get, you know, direct messages, like all this stuff. But then when I post something about, you know, like just the other day I posted something about Columbia University, you know, and when the cops came in to get those kids out of that dorm, yeah, crickets, yo, crickets. Like, nobody, people don't like when I post shit about racism and, you know, inequality and all this kind of stuff, misogyny. Nobody, you know, people just disappear because, I don't know, they don't want to talk about it. You know, I'm sure people roll their eyes like, oh, there goes Rock again, you know. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I'll never do it. I'll never be that guy. Never. No way. I'll never do that. No. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, but look, I don't have a family, I got kids, I'm not hurting anybody. Yeah. It doesn't really make a difference. I'm recording you, by the way. Yes, this message is being recorded. I might even put this up on YouTube. I've been out here, like, practicing with my camera, so I'm, like, adjusting right now because the sun's going in and out of the clouds. Do I have your permission? Yeah, I won't say your name. Yeah, man. You know, yo, I thought about you the other day because I was listening to an interview with Julia Alvarez, you know, that writer? Oh, man. She's incredible, yo. Like, the thing that really moved me was, you know, she talked about how you have to be loyal to the story, right? Like, that's what we're talking about now, right? Exactly. You got to be loyal to the story, period. Yeah, I mean, she ain't writing for anybody's, you know, book club or company, you know, publishing company or anything like that. Hell no. Yeah, and you know what? That makes the great artist to me. Yeah. She talked about that character, Philomena. It's funny because Philomena is my favorite movie too, but it's got nothing to do with her, Philomena. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I'm probably, you know, like, I'm staying on YouTube. I love doing YouTube. You know, it's fun. And I like it, you know, and that's why I'm probably going to post this video, because this video will probably get like seven views. You know, like, people will turn this on and they'll turn it off after like 30 seconds, and there's probably more good knowledge in this video than anything that I generally do. But yeah, but it's not a lens review or a camera review. I'm not going the S5 Mark IIX versus the, you know, Sony FX30 or the ZV-E1 or, you know, the S5, you know, the S1H Mark II. You got the S1H, right? You sold it. What? How can you not have a camera of your own? That's true. So I mean, you're like the guy who gets on set and they just tell you, like the director decides what they're going to shoot the movie with, right? And then you have to be able to use any camera. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll still stay on YouTube, but I'm not trying to earn a living on YouTube. I don't give a shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing stuff that's fun, that I think is of some kind of value. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm just going to be me all the time. I don't care. You know, I got buried the other day because I said something that was like incorrect about, micro four thirds lenses and full frame and, you know, the equivalency and all that shit. And man, I got some fucked up messages, yo, and comments, like shit that people would never say in person. You know what I'm saying? Like, just dumb internet behind your keyboard, you know, behind your screen, talking shit to people. That's the problem with the internet and YouTube in general. Yeah. Yeah, it hurt my feelings, man. But then I realized, like, it's just stupid, you know what I mean? I'll probably do a play next year, because I kind of miss being on stage. But, you know, I don't know, man. The world is making me feel weird. Like, what's important at this point? You know what I mean? Like, hello, can you hear me? You still there? Yeah. What's important, yo? Like, my work is all about contributing. Yeah, you know me, so nah. I keep having to move this my ND filter, so if this looks like shit, I probably won't post it, but I'll call you and I'll text you and I'll let you know if I posted it. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm just really struggling right now with my purpose and my art. Like, you know, I've put myself in a position where my whole life is my art, right? Yeah. And like, I don't know, you know, like, does it mean does anybody really even care about what I'm doing? You know, like, is a play a contribution to the planet right now? To like I'm doing a short film for a woman right now whose mission, her art, is about picking up garbage and talking about how we make everything disposable and we're destroying the planet. Like, I respect that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering, what am I doing? You know, like, talking about racism all the time, but does anybody even care about that? I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I'm in all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm there, so I'm not going to stop. But I'm really struggling with what my next project is, and whether I should go on stage and go in the theater, or make a movie, or combine the two in some kind of way. Because now I'm obsessed with my camera, and you know, yeah, nah, I ain't. I am not upgrading my camera, no. But I'll tell you, man, a GH5 is fun, yo. It's fun because it's small. You know, those micro four thirds lenses are so little, and I could basically get the same image out of it that I get from the S5. Although I think the S5 does look a little bit better, but it does have better dynamic range. But yeah, exactly, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, no. All right, no, man, I'm glad you called. It's good to hear from you. Shit. I haven't, 4 years. No, I saw you at Vaughn's place on White Plains Road. No, and I saw you at Mavis that time on Broadway, remember? At the car place. Yeah. But that was like, I mean, I've been here now for like almost 2 years, so that was like 2 years. Oh no, I hadn't moved yet. I was still in the Bronx, so yeah, that was like 2.5 years ago. Shit. It's crazy, yo. Well, invite me. I'll come, man. How's your daughter? She turned 11, right? Shit. Crazy. I think of her as like this tiny little peanut. Because that project was 7 years ago, man. That was 2017. Fuck. All right, yo. Go do your thing. Good to hear from you. Let's not wait. Invite me. I'll come. We're not that far now. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, be free, man. You know me. I ain't gonna change for anybody. I mean, as long as I'm surviving and, you know, happy and healthy, and I'm gonna make the art that I want to make. It's the only thing that I have in my life that I could stand on, is the honesty, the integrity. Yeah, I know I sound all serious now, but it's true. That's all I have, you know, like, you know, do what makes me feel like it has, you know, my work is of some kind of meaning. You know, like there's some kind of reason for me to do it. You know, I'm not just trying to be a star, as a matter of fact, I don't even want anybody to know me like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's annoying. But I do want as many people as possible to see the work that I do. And, you know, if I was doing bullshit, it'd be weird. I wouldn't even do it. You know, that's the whole thing. I wouldn't even do that. You know, I'm only doing work that I want to do. And so, yeah, I do want people to see it. But I'm not, yeah, exactly. I hope so. I hope people do think that, but I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, if people think that, you know, if they want to throw shade at me and think that I'm full of shit or whatever, that's their cynical, sad selves. I can't do anything about that. I know what it is. I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to continue to do that and continue to work my ass off. I know one thing, ain't nobody working harder than me, that's for sure. And I know I'm not a fucking fraud like a lot of people I know, so yeah. And you know what? People that I do have in my life, man, that's like, I'm lucky, yo. Alright, listen, say hey to everybody in your beautiful family, and hopefully we'll see each other again soon. Alright, man. Thanks for calling. No, I have both numbers still. Yeah, keep it. I'll never give up my 212. Yeah. Alright. I'll speak to you later. Stay well. Alright, peace.